Japan is a country that is full of amazing attractions. From its ancient shrines and temples to its modern cities, Japan has something for everyone. From the bustling streets of Tokyo to the breathtaking beauty of the Japanese Alps, the land of the rising sun is filled with exciting things to do and see. Japan is an enigma. It's the perfect juxtaposition of centuries-old traditions overlapped with lightning speed, cutting-edge technology. Many first-time visitors to Japan are often surprised to learn that, as one of the world's most advanced industrialized nations, this relatively small Asian country also boasts a rich and fascinating history that dates back thousands of years. To help you make the most out of your trip to Japan, here are the top 10 attractions in Japan that you simply must check out. So let's get started, but before that, make sure to subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to stay tuned. Number 1. Mount Fuji. Without a doubt, Japan's most recognizable landmark, majestic Mount Fuji is also the country's highest mountain peak. Towering 3,776 meters over an otherwise largely flat landscape to the south and east, this majestic and fabled mountain is tall enough to be seen from Tokyo, more than 100 kilometers away. Mount Fuji has for centuries been celebrated in art and literature and is now considered so important an icon that UNESCO recognized its world cultural significance in 2013. Part of the Fuji-Hakone-Izu National Park, Mount Fuji is climbed by more than 1 million people each summer as an act of pilgrimage, which culminates in watching the sunrise from its summit. While some still choose to begin their climb from the base, the majority of climbers now start from above the halfway mark, at the 5th station, resulting in a more manageable 6 or so hour ascent. Number 2. Imperial Tokyo. Tokyo's most famous landmark, the Imperial Palace with its beautiful 17th century parks surrounded by walls and moats, is a must-see when visiting the nation's capital. Don't be put off by the fact that the majority of the palace is closed to the public, as there is still enough to see simply by strolling the grounds. In addition to the many fine views of the palace from numerous points in the surrounding parkland, visitors are permitted into the East Higashigyon Garden and other areas that are open to the public as part of an organized tour. One of the most romantic views is of the famous Ninjubashi Bridge, or Double Bridge, so named for its watery reflection. Another one of the must-sees for tourists visiting Tokyo is the famous Ginza shopping district. This always bustling area is home to the Kabukiza Theater with its kabuki performances, as well as the Shimbashi and Bujo Theater with its traditional Azuma Adori dances and bunraku performances. Number 3. Hiroshima Peace Memorial Park. While little needs to be said here of the horrors of the atomic bombing of Hiroshima in August 1945, much can be said of the incredible efforts this vibrant city has made to commemorate the many victims of the world's first nuclear attack. Perhaps even more importantly, Hiroshima has become a symbol of lasting peace. Visited by more than 1 million people each year, many from overseas, Hiroshima Peace Memorial Park, Hiroshima Heiwa Kinnan-kon, lies at the epicenter of the atomic blast in what was once a bustling part of the city. Here you'll find a number of important monuments, memorials, and museums relating to the events of that fateful day. In addition to the grounds and gardens with their colorful cherry blossoms, the park is where you'll find the Peace Memorial Museum, with its numerous exhibits dealing with the issue of world peace. Number 4. Historic Kyoto. One of Japan's most visited cities, lovely Kyoto, one of the few cities in the country to be spared the devastation of World War II, attracts more than 10 million visitors annually. Most of them are here to explore Kyoto's fine old streets and architecture, much of it unchanged since the imperial family took up residence here more than 1,000 years ago. Even then, the city was Japan's most important cultural center. This legacy, in fact, continues to this day with its many museums and art galleries, each bursting with important sculptures, paintings, and other art forms. Highlights of Kyoto's Buddhist-influenced architecture include its many well-preserved temples, 30 of which are still in use, and important structures such as the 14th century Golden Pavilion, famous for its exquisite gold leaf-clad exterior. Number 5. The island shrine of Itsukushima, Miyajima. Just a short ferry ride from mainland Hiroshima is the island of Miyajima, famous the world over as Japan's Shrine Island. Covering an area of 30 square kilometers in Hiroshima Bay, Miyajima is best known as the home of the Itsukushima Shrine, a Shinto temple dedicated to the princess daughters of the wind god Susanoo. Dating from the 8th century, the majority of the shrine's buildings rise out of the waters of a small bay supported only by piles. The effect at high tide is simply stunning, making these structures, including the famous Great Floating Gate, appear as if they're floating on water. Linked together by walkways and bridges, it's a fascinating place to explore, in particular its larger halls. These include the exquisite Hondan, the Offerings Hall, the Prayer Hall, and the Hall of 1,000 Mats. Number 6. Temple City, historic Nara. For centuries, the hub of Japanese culture, the lovely unspoiled city of Nara is home to a large number of historic buildings, along with important national treasures and works of art. In addition to its many historic streets, the city boasts numerous important old temples. These include the magnificent 7th century Kofuku-ji Temple, perhaps the best known of the 7 great temples of Nara, and the splendid 8th century Tadaiji, famous for its huge bronze statue of the Great Buddha, cast here in AD 749. Also of interest in Tadaiji are its Great South Gate. This spectacular 2-story structure is borne on 18 columns, with 2 Neo statues standing 8 meters tall, and it guards the temple entrance. Also of note here is the Hall of the Great Buddha, the world's largest timber building. Number 7. Osaka Castle. Built in 1586 by famous Japanese warrior and politician Toyotomi Hideyoshi, Osaka Castle was at the time the largest and most important fortress in the country. Although destroyed and rebuilt a number of times since, the present structure, built in 1931, remains true to the original. Highlights of a visit include the huge 5-story, 42-meter-tall main tower. Built on an imposing 14-meter-tall stone base, the tower is home to a number of displays detailing the history of the castle and the city. Be sure to visit the top floor for its superb views over Osaka, an especially attractive sight as the sun sets. Also of interest in Osaka Castle Park is the Hokoku Shrine, while Osaka's best-known temple, Shitenno-ji, is also worth visiting and dates back to AD 59. Number 8. Chubu Sangaku National Park and the Japanese Alps. Japan boasts a number of outstanding areas of natural beauty, many of them designated as national parks, or, in some cases, UNESCO World Heritage Sites. One of the country's most spectacular of these is Chubu Sangaku National Park in the center of Honshu. Located in the park's northern and central regions is the group of mountains collectively referred to as the Haida Mountains or Japanese Alps. This region contains some of the highest peaks in the country, including Hotaka at 3,190 meters and Yuri at 3,180 meters. Similar in many ways to the Alps of Central Europe, both in the character of the landscape and in its abundance of snow in winter, the Japanese Alps attract large numbers of walkers and climbers in summer and skiers in winter. Number 9. The Atsuta Shrine, Nagoya. The Atsuta Shrine, in the heart of the city of Nagoya, is the most important Shinto shrine in Japan and attracts more than 5 million visitors each year. Established in the 1st century, this religious site is famous for its preserved imperial insignia, the grass-mowing sword, one of only 3 in the country. Also of interest are its principal shrine, Hongu, surrounded by an enclosing wall, and the treasury with its numerous works of art, including old and modern paintings, ceramics, jewelry, and traditional masks. Number 10. Sapporo, Hokkaido. Located on Japan's northernmost island, Hokkaido, the city of Sapporo offers many things to do for tourists. As the island's largest city, it's a hub of cultural activity, hosting many excellent events and festivals. It also has a distinctive culinary style, a rich theatrical history, and plenty of museums, galleries, and parks. The focal point here is very much the city's attractive downtown area, the center of which is Odori Park, a large swath of green that's very pleasant to explore. From here, you can also access points of interest such as the Sapporo TV Tower, as well as the city's famous aerial tramway, an easy walk away. The Mount Moiwa ropeway will eventually get you to the summit's upper station, from where you can enjoy incredible views over the city, a real treat at night. These are just a few of the top attractions in Japan. There are countless more to explore, each more unique and exciting than the last. Whether you're looking for ancient temples or modern cities, Japan has something for everyone. Which attraction is your favorite in Japan to explore? Let us know in comments below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon for watching more videos in future.